Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we are here at the King Power Stadium, otherwise known as Dendreef, to play our first game of today's episode against OHL. So, I'm going to head on over to the dugout, and I'll hopefully see you fine folks for the kickoff in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time to kick off our first game of today's episode, and it's a big one because KV Mechelen actually won their game. So we are currently lying third in the group alongside OHL, both on 4 points. Mechelen is now on 5, and well, this is our game in hand. So we very much need to win it so we can get top of the group. And, well, our team looking to do that today is Gallon in goal. Our backline consists of Vucevic, Korfreis, Pieri and Schwevers. We then have Kubasic in defensive mid. Central midfield is Bizamani and Belt. On left-hand side, of course, is Anderson, better than Cleberson. Fernandez on the right and Vucevic up front. And that's doing my head in. Let me just move that down a second. Really triggering me. I'm sorry if that was triggering you also. So, Pirard is on our bench. Duchetz joins him. Also is Ozcan, Post, Jimenez, Verif and Holmberg. But without further ado, let's go talk to Dirk Gerard. So Dirk, what do you have to say? Well, he thinks we should encourage them. Very much like the last episode, he's all about encouragement. So we are going to assertively tell them we can move into the qualification spots. I know, how are we underdogs? We were definitely favourites when I looked at the odds. I don't know how we became underdogs, but apparently we're underdogs. Yeah. We have a chance. I'm expecting nothing less than going into qualification. Okay, that didn't go great. Schwevers doesn't like it. Fernandez doesn't like it. And yeah. Hand over to the assistant and just walk away. So, you're 5th in the Pro League A form table after a good run. Does that help ahead of kickoff? Well, no, it's going to make it harder. Of course it helps. Silly Leon Hermans of the Belgian Football Post, an experienced but friendly enough fella who is indifferent about us. So, momentum is good in football. Sorry, important. OHL's recent good form has them 0th in the, yeah, okay, 0th in the Pro League A form table. How much of a threat does they pose? I don't know if 0th is better than 1st or worse than 16th, but they are 0th. So, they're a threat, but so are we. I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to answer this one. I don't know how they regard 0th, to be honest, but I'm looking forward... Yeah, looking forward to putting a dent in their ambitions. That's what we're going with. Are you hopeful that Pieri carries his recent good form? Yes, of course I want him to carry his good form in. Why would I not want my own players to carry in good form? As you can see, like I said, Mechelen won their game. So currently we're all lying on 5 points, apart from Westerlo, who have lost all 3 of their games. But Anderson collects the ball, now gliding into the box before scoring a beautiful goal. Didn't look great on the highlights, but he made it work. Let's see if he actually runs in this highlight, because it did look like he was just gliding along the ground, I will be honest. Kubasic, lovely turn. Yeah, as you can see, glides, doesn't move his feet to actually run, and gets into the box and makes a beautiful goal. So the wizardry of Anderson has gone and got us off to a cracking start less than 5 minutes into today's game. And, well, he's back in possession once more. Plays it to Kubasic, Belt. Now back to Kubasic, ball over to Fernandez. He has Schwevers on the overlap if he needs. He does, and he's going to whip it across, surely. No, plays it to Fernandez, edge of the area. Maybe a ball over to Belt. Belt. Yes, come on, he finally gets it to Belt. And Belt gets his second goal of the season, assisted by Fernandez. Fernandez, I guess, was still very much irritated by my pre-match talk and decided he was going to go himself, and then realised, you know what, Belt has acres of space, let's give him the ball. And, well, he scored. So that has panned out very nicely. Less than 10 minutes in, and we are 2-0 up. Topping the group where we should be. So, Nastic plays it back to Duplus now across to Glenkens. Now up to DeWitted. It's now over to the right-hand side where Okanesi was that? Anyways, they waste the opportunity. Doesn't matter who whipped the cross in because they did absolutely nothing with it. What matters is our 2-0 lead so far, putting us on 7 points, 2 points ahead of Mechlin halfway into this group stage, and, well, a solid 3 points ahead of OHL, and 7 of Westerlo. So I don't see Westerlo catching us, that is for sure. But Henkinet takes the goal kick, and it's over to Vucevic. I'll take that. They're just going to pass it straight to our left back, who is now going to play it to Corfries. Can we do anything with this possession? Vucevic plays one over to Belt. Belt, lovely through ball to Milcevic. Can he get a good shot off? He does. He's unfortunately offside. Cracked the bar though. So that is nice to see, I guess. As you can see, we are dominating in pretty much every statistic other than fouls, but we don't want to be dominating in fouls, so that's all good. So it is half time here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, 2-0 up after 5 minutes. What a great way to start today's game. So they've had 6 shots to our 17, 2 on target to our 10, 8 fouls to our 4, 2 yellow cards to 2 yellow cards, 41% possession to our 59. Now their best performer was Eric Okansi at a 6.7 and 6.6 kilometers distance covered. Now Anderson, of course, was our best performer. He's got an 8.2 and 92% pass completion ratio. Struggling to perform for them was Lopez, and I believe that's our ex-player Lopez. He's got 6.4, no reason for it. I'm going to click him. Probably a mistake, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the guy we sold to them. I remember that simply because I saw a notification come up about a Lopez and being eager to play against me. So I pretty much guessed that was going to be the Lopez. Swavers, of course, our struggling performer. He had a rough time last episode as well. He's got a 6.7, 0% crossing completion ratio. Not really had a whole lot to do though, to be fair to him. As you can see, that is the rest of the fixtures. No goals other than the Wargem game, which is currently 1-1. Which, that's impressive for Wargem. Got themselves off to a nice lead, unfortunately now drawing, but these things happen. So, Dirt thinks we should tell the boys that effort was excellent. You know what? I'm happy. Keep it going, lads. I appreciate the effort. At least you took that team talk a little better than the one at the start of the game. So, goal kick, and it's straight to Fernandez. Lovely to see. Unfortunately, his pass not so lovely to see as it goes behind Schwavers. He does collect it though, and now he's moving upfield. Plays out to Vizamani, who gets one across to Belt. Now with Fernandez once more coming down this right hand side. Can he get a cross in? No, he gets past his man though. He can pull it back to Belt if he needs. No, he goes low. Of course he does. Gets greedy, goes alone, gives the ball away, and they just hoof it back to Pieri. So, Pieri, now what can Pieri do? Looks like he's just going to pass it across to Kubasic. Now with Bizamani, we do have a couple of players on yellow cards. That is worrying. I should probably take Kubasic and at least Fernandez off. Fernandez is doing my head in, but he has gone and got a goal. Speaking of the man himself, he's gone and got his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Anderson. And, well, that looks like today's game is definitely dead and buried, and I appreciate that. It's nice to get this game done and out of the way. Anderson, lovely cross. First time Fernandez puts in the bottom corner, and we are off to a nice start. So, as you can see, everyone's fitness is fine because the games are actually spread out very well for this group. So, Verif, you can come on for Fernandez. We are then going to give Post a little run out. Post can come in at defensive midfield, and that is our 2 substitutions for today's game. Of course, we will make a 3rd if we get an injury, but I am going to hold on with that 3rd one for now. Anderson whips in the corner, headed away, collected by Belt though. Anderson is still on this right hand side if he needs, goes inside to Pieri though. He now is just going to hold up possession, plays back to Swavers. Now up to Post, Post to Belt. Pieri, are we going to get over to the right hand side maybe? Schwavers holding up the ball. We do have Verif on this right hand side, but no. Belt tried to get it over to the left hand side. It's intercepted by Lopez. And, well, they are in possession now. DeWitty plays it all the way back. They are now coming up the left hand side with Tuba. Tuba, can he get past Schwavers? No, he runs into the back of him, in fact. And Tuba gets the ball back. Tuba's making a lovely run. Someone should really try and dispossess that man. But Okanzi gets the ball, and it's over to Lopez on this right hand side. Lopez whips one in. Saved by the crossbar. Someone get it away. Please, Pieri. Thank you. That is danger averted. And Milcevic, he had me worried for a second. I did see it flash red, but it was for a brief moment, so we're all good. Not too much to worry about, and it looks like we are going to cruise to this victory in the end. As you can see, we've had nearly twice as many shots. They've had 2 on target the entire game. Don't see them getting 3 on target in the last 8 minutes. Surely not. And I don't see all 3 going in anyways. Milcevic, though, plays it back to Vucevic. Can we get a 4th before this game ends? Belt gets it up to Milcevic. Milcevic on the ball nicely. Now with Anderson. Anderson getting sick of those assists. Decides, you know what, I'll try a shot on my own. Unfortunately, wasn't very good. But Okanzi whips in the corner, headed away by Schwavers, only to the edge where Mercier collects it. Whitty has just gone and scored a screamer. Seth DeWitty with his first goal of the season, and well, that was a beautiful one for him to get. I cannot deny him that. Let's have another look at that. I appreciate a good goal, so let's watch this good goal indeed. We gave him way too much space, but you know what, first time smashing it like that past Gallon, I can appreciate that. Good effort, my friend. Good effort indeed. And, well, we have 4 additional minutes as Gallon plays it short to Pieri. Corfries tries one over to Anderson. He has Vucevic on the overlap if he wants to use him. Doesn't go to him, though. He's going to crossfield it to Verif. Verif now has Schwavers. Maybe over. No. Goes, plays it inside to Belt, who plays it back to Verif. 1-2. And it's a lovely save. That was a good opportunity for us to get a 4th. Unfortunately, we don't. But Anderson does have the corner. So, can we get one in additional time? Back post. Milcevic can't get to it. And it's with Mercier. End of the highlight, though. And, well, it is now full time, ladies and gentlemen. It has ended 3-1 here in the end. And it was reasonably comfortable. They got a lovely goal to at least get on the scoreboard. And, well, it was 14 shots to our 26. 3 on target to our 16. 11 fouls to 10 fouls. 3 yellow cards, 4 yellow cards. 45% possession to 55. So in the end, we did manage to catch up in the fouls, and we ended up beating them on yellow cards. But the best performance was Seth DeWitty for them with that 1 goal and 8.3. For us was Belt. He had 7 key passes and an 8.9. Now, struggling to perform was Tuba. He got a 6.1 for them and no reason for it. And with 0 overall chances was Milcevic with a 6.5. Now, milestones, of course, was Seth DeWitty getting his only career goal so far. Player of the match going to Belt. So Dirk thinks we should tell the boys that effort was excellent. You know what? It was. That was really special. No, yeah, I don't know why nobody gave us a chance. I guess because it was away from home, but we was playing the team in the league below, so I don't see why you'd not make us favourites for that one. But yes, we picked up the win against OHL at the one and only King Power Stadium. So now we are going to head back home where we shall verse Westerlo for our second game against Westerlo in the group. So without further ado, I'm going to head on over to our stadium where I'll see you fine folks for the second game in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time to kick off our second game of today's episode. There's no changes to the lineup, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the dressing room and get on with things. So Dirk thinks we should... bit of a change. Doesn't want to encourage the lads today. He wants to tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. And I think that is a reasonable assertion to make considering we are versing Westerlo and we are at home. So assertively, teams such as ours should be winning without no problem at all. No. I fully expect you to keep our run of form going. We could potentially lose lead. They didn't really respond too well with that last time. Go out there and carry straight on where you finished last match. Listen keenly. Went a little bit better than the first one, but obviously didn't go down great. So, Marcel Fontaine of the Belgian Football Review, an enthusiastic fellow who is indifferent about us. Although I feel like this journalist has met us quite a few times, not quite sure why he's only indifferent. But it's not the best weather for football out there today. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? Now, I think it does give the underdogs a bit of an advantage when the weather's a bit terrible, but I think we should be perfectly fine. I don't think my players can adapt to any situation. A little bit of weather isn't going to affect us. No, no, no. We are not going to be affected by a little bit of rain. We shall still prosper in this awful weather. Like I said, although it does tend to favour the lesser teams in the fact that it just adds a bit of randomness. But As you can see, we are still in possession with 62% of it. Now down to 58. I am completely tongue-twisted for some strange reason. Although, speaking of strange, we aren't doing a whole lot, so let's demand a bit more. We are half an hour in, and we are yet to see a highlight. But now we do see a highlight, unfortunately, is a highlight of theirs. Anderson has gone and not won the ball back. Cole Fries has, though, and Bizmani heads it up. Kita is going to win this. No, Milcevic beats him to it. Plays it back to Belt, in fact. Belt holding up possession rather well. Plays back to Schwavers. Now with Belt. Belt going to get the ball upfield. Plays it up to Bizmani. Now Anderson. Anderson has support in Vucevic if he needs him. Oh, no, he's going to play it back to Kubasic. Kubasic now with Belt. Back to Kubasic once more. Might play it out wide. He does, but to the right-hand side this time. Fernandez whips one in. Milcevic header goes over the bar, unfortunately, though. And we cannot get a lead. 10 minutes remain of the first half. And, well, it's looking rather depressing. We've had 10 shots to their 1, 5 on target to their 0, but we've not done anything with it. So, like I said, we've had 11 shots, in fact, to their 1, 5 on target to their 0, 2 fouls to 0 fouls, 0 yellow cards, 55% possession to 45. We've at least kept our discipline in the rain. Unfortunately, we haven't been doing a whole lot with our shots. Now, the best performer has been Kubasic. He's got 7.3 and 55 passes completed. For them is Verbist. He's got 4 saves held and a 6.9. Struggling to perform is Milcevic. He's got 1 overall chance and a 6.5. And Petrov for them with a 6.4 and 2 mistakes. Again, like I said, he is not Stilian Petrov, he is Sava Petrov. I struggled last time to figure out what his first name is, but now we know it is Sava. So, as you can see, Zoltan Wargem are struggling in their game, went 1-0 down to a penalty, and every other game doesn't have a goal. So, give them a bit of morale boost. The only morale boost I'm going to give them is I expect a heck of a lot better in the second half. I'm not happy with your performance. Get out there, lads. Do something different. Otherwise, you are going to be substituted. Although I can't substitute all 11 of them. Milcevic plays it back to Bizmani, though. Bizmani whips one in. Fernandez. Disappointing. Very disappointing. The players I am looking at substituting at the current moment, though, is Milcevic and one other. Schwavers, though, coming down the right-hand side. Can Schwavers get us off to a lead? It's with Bizmani now. Bizmani plays one over to Vucevic. He has plenty of space. Vucevic whips one across. Fernandez header over again. We need to keep our headers down. Fernandez is looking apprehensive, and, well, he should be, because he's going to get off this pitch. Him and Milcevic, in fact, are struggling, and we can't be having that. Let's get them both off. In fact, Verif, you like to be attacking, so you know what? We're going to make him attacking. You want to play attacking? You can be attacking. No one else is really struggling but our centre-backs, but our centre-backs haven't really had a whole lot to do, so them being on 6.6s don't really worry me too much. If they had actually had more than one shot and was on 6.6, then yeah, I would be worried. But Anderson with the corner, whips one in, headed away, Cole Fries gets it down for Bizmani. Bizmani plays it all the way back to Vucevic on the halfway line though. Vucevic plays it over to Anderson, lovely possession. Now with Bizmani, back to Anderson once more, whips one in. Oh, the header! It's pushed onto the bar and cleared away, but at least Holmberg's keeping his headers down and it's on target. We are going to tell the lads to show some passion there. And we are going for the win. We don't want to settle for a draw in today's game. We want to win today's fixture. We are versus Westerlo. This is the team we have to be picking up all 6 points against. So, it's with Bizmani, plays it down to Belt. Belt holds up possession nicely, plays it over to Anderson. Anderson has Vucevic if he needs. He does not, though. He has scored a beautiful goal, curling it in the upper right-hand side of the goal for his third of the season, assisted by Belt, of course. So, let's have another look at this one. It was a beautiful curler from Anderson. And, speaking of Anderson, I was looking at the positive, negative notes from the board. They're very disappointed at the financial decision to bring him in. I'm not quite sure why, because as you've seen, he's performed rather well. But they're still disappointed by the acquisition of Anderson. So, Anderson whipping in the corner. Come on. Show the board why you are here. Kubasic, it's blocked. It's blocked again. Kubasic, third time. Unfortunately, not third time the charm. It is yet another corner. Come on, lads. Second one, please. Put this one all doubt. Anderson whips it in, headed away. It is actually near nobody, but Verif is going to collect it. We have 10 minutes remaining of today's game, plus additional minutes, of course. Verif, though, making a run all the way across field, plays it across to Swavers. If all the highlight just ends. Okay. That's how you want to be, game. We are okay with that. Anderson, as you can see, is on a solid 9 rating at the moment. So, yeah. Send it 1-0. I will take that. Anderson's goal on the 72nd minute being the only one that splits the two teams. But besides that, the match statistics, well, we dominated them. We had 30 shots to their 1. 14 on target to 0. 4 fouls to 3. 0 yellow cards, 1 yellow card. Possession, a little bit nearer. 59% possession to 41. Now, the best performer was Anderson. He got 9 rating and a 91% passing completion ratio. For them was Verbist. He had an awful game, really, considering he had 7 saves held and got 6.9, but that was their best performer. Now, on a 6.6 was our struggling performer. That is Fernandez. For them was Sava Petrov. He got 6.2 and 3 mistakes. Player of the match, of course, goes to Anderson. Anderson better than Cleverson. So, Dirt Gerard. Tell the boys they did excellent. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as excellent, but you know what? Good win, lads. You, my friend, amazing effort. Also, decent effort by Kubasic. He was solid today. And we picked up all 3 points. So, how does the group look for us going forward? Well, Mechlin and OHL are yet to play their game, but we have a 5-point gap on Mechlin. So, if they draw that one, they'll be on 6. We'll have a 4-point gap, and that would be perfect. But we can't be banking on that. Worst case scenario, Mechlin go and win their game. Puts them on 8. We have a 2-point gap going into our final 2 games. Of course, that does mean if we beat Mechlin, I believe. Yes. If we beat Mechlin, we're basically guaranteed to win. So whoever out of those 2 manages to win, if one of them does, we really need to beat them in the final episode. So, Anderson drives us forward with his 1 goal and a 9 rating, but we are off to a solid start to this group. Unbeaten in 4, won 3, drawn 1, and yes, I was going to say the only team unbeaten, but I just realised Mechlin is also unbeaten, although they have drawn 2 games. But that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you for the next one, and have a good night. Goodbye.